It is I, your friend, your unofficial barber to the stars, the man with the best dance moves you will never see. Your King Ginger. Let's go around the table and introduce yourselves, please.
All right. Well, I'm a pal and a confidant. Nate playing Otterkin Rogue, Twig, Swiftstrike. Otterkin Rogue Warlock. Apparently, I forgot. It's been a while.
Also, you're a birthday boy.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Birthday boy.
Birthday boy. Birthday boy.
40-something.
I never would have known it, Nate. You're timeless, my friend. You're timeless.
Just the barest hint of gray.
I am tired, and I am Shannon. I am Shannon. I don't have anything clever and quippy, but I was called an elder queer this weekend, so I got that going for me.
What are the official skills, and how many additional attribute points do you get when you reach that level?
I feel, Ryan, back me up on this, man. I feel like you get a +5 to intimidation when you go off and read someone.
Yeah, that's true.
That was kind of the context in which it happened.
No attribute points?
I don't know.
I feel like that would make your charisma go higher, right?
It might make charisma go higher. I don't know.
You probably get some attribute points. I mean, usually queer midlife crises involve a lot of working out.
Ooh, I knew the library was open. I didn't know it allowed looking in the mirror. Shit.
So there's some attribute point stuff. You probably get a bunch of extra hit die and stuff.
Yeah.
Always important.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to roll. You get an advantage again. You get to advantage against turfs at all times.
That's true.
At all times.
You're basically immune, I think.
Yeah.
At that point,
you've passed resistance, and now you're just straight on to immunity.
Yeah. You spend a lot of time bitching about not having an unseen servant. That's
Cats do not count.
No, they don't.
Do you get additional familiar slots?
Yes. Yes.
But I only have 2 cat. Now I've achieved level. Have 3.
Yeah, you have unlimited at that point.
Oh man.
You have unlimited.
That's why I have 3. Have 3 cat. I play Charity Momart, an 11-year-old artificer, and Savannah, a very sweet and somewhat misguided Nimblewright.
How old is Savannah? I've always wondered. Do we know?
Because Savannah is a construct, it's more about how old Savannah thinks Savannah is.
Oh.
Savannah assumes that she is an adolescent, I don't know, maybe early adolescent, 13.
32. I look at Nimblewrights like I look at
32.
I look at Nimble Rights a lot like I think of Warforged, where like Warforged, you know, they choose their name, their gender, they choose their age based upon their experience. So they have any ability they want to, and also it's not set in stone, just like it shouldn't be for anyone. They can, you know, their identity, even more so, is on a spectrum. So, I mean, or they just could be like a ladder where they're like, I'm just going to change my sex today for however long. It's winter. I'm going to be a dude for a while. But eventually, when the beauty of spring comes, I don't want to have a beard anymore. So I will go back to being a female. It represents the season. I don't know how I got off on that weird thing.
So like technically Nimble Rights are gender anarchists?
Yeah.
Okay.
I look at like, I would look at some Eladrin that way too.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard always with Eladrin, not to get off in a tangent here, but I mean because they're so.
I started it. Sorry.
Because they're so tied to like seasons, I always kind of look at it more built with like how like nature makes adjustments, and there's like beautiful
nature.
Like literal hot girl summer.
Yeah. If I got a chance to play an Eladrin, I would literally do that.
Yeah.
I would do hot girl summer. I would do goth girl autumn. I would do lighthouse man winter. I don't know what I'd do for spring. I would do something though. But they would all be the same person, just different aspects of the same person. That's why I've always like, I find Eladrin, since they gave them like, I think what is a very perfect and reasonable ability. I find them fascinating in that respect. Same thing with Warforged. I think Warforged are one of my favorite races in 5th edition, just because they've steered away from like, oh, they're all from Eberron. They were all built for war.
Yeah.
So anyway, sorry. I actually have some brain capacity, so I've got a little bit of diarrhea in the mouth.
You're fine. I played a Warforged Druid one time who thought they could do lots of things. So it was I like Warforged. They're great.
I played a Warforged pirate, remember? Where I tricked you guys all into thinking that the only way I could operate is if you put gold coins in a slot, which turned out just to be my coin purse.
Yes.
The only thing I will say is the combination of Warforged Monk is so broken. It's so flippin' broken.
Yeah.
Says the DM of a game where we had one, and that boy, oh my god. I don't want to talk about it.
There's a cool Warforged Monk miniature, like an STL, you can buy the miniature, and it's like a Warforged standing on one foot with his like leg kind of craned in, and he doesn't have 2 arms. It's meant to look like he has 6, like they're Bruce Lee moving so fast that and it's that miniature makes me want to play a character like that, because it's also like this serene yoga pose that would like, look, I can fuck you up real bad. Like for real bad.
Like for reals.
Yeah, like go tell your mama. All right.
Oh boy. Okay. You're fine. I started it. I asked the question. I was curious. I'm Cassandra. I am playing a 10-year-old Kender barbarian named Amulet Sticky Fingers. And Ben, you forget I've seen the dance moves.
We're gonna talk about dance moves. You want to see them dance moves? You got to marry me again.
Okay.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
That was easy.
We've done it twice. We keep saying we have to be married as many times as Ric Flair has been divorced. So
fuck you, Ric Flair.
Gotta balance those out.
Wow. I don't know how I follow fuck you, Ric Flair.
Right?
But here I am. I'm Warrior. I play Montgomery Burnside, better known as Monty. He is a 9-year-old GIF fighter. And what the fuck is he doing out here? He's 9. But he's got a big gun. and I think he just fell for an army recruitment scheme, which is fun. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, back to you, King.
Take back the woo.
Take back the woo.
That's something that happened over the weekend. Sorry.
Mhm.
Oh
So
Lord.
it's a new campaign we're starting. We're taking back the woo because fuck Ric Flair. So yeah. All right. So let's jump right in. Savannah, roll initiative, please.
Oh shit!
Oh shnikey.
Are you ready?
I'm
No.
at D20.
What the fuck are my dice?
So there's a cat behind you, so who
I
knows? There
know.
may or may not be any D20s available.
No. We're good. We're good. Roll initiative. Okay. That is a 13.
I don't even remember what you were doing. Did you leave in trouble?
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
There were
Oh, the Silent Synod.
there were 6 Kenku.
Oh, that's right. Oh shit. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Okay,
I'm in danger.
Good luck.
I'm going in 15.
Okay.
I didn't hear what you got. because you-
13.
Okay.
We go
So they're
one
going to
free.
go first. You're in the doorway, and they fan you so they can all, well, not all, 5 of them can take short stabbies at you. So I'm going to make 5 attacks.
5.
5.
5.
5 at
You are
advantage.
going to hit me 5 times.
Oh, with advantage, I rolled a 5 twice on the first one. I'm pretty sure that my wonderful 10 does not hit you.
That would be a correct.
All right. Second one. I'm pretty sure 21 hits.
21 hits.
Third one, double ones. Double ones. They go to stab you. You sidestep. Their sword goes into the door jamb, and you just break it with your elbow. So their sword is broken. Number 4.
Double ones is not an 11.
That's a crit. And a miss because I got a 12 was my highest and last one. So you got hit twice, but one is crit.
Okay.
Should have someone else be minding the chat because I am slowly behind everything here. Especially because there's a lot of warrior going on. All right, so let's do our damage here. You're going to take the first just regular hit is for 6.
Okay.
The second is for 15.
15. Okay.
That's the crit.
Yeah.
And the last one is going to shoot in your general direction, but I want you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, I can do that. That is a nat 20.
You just simply like dodge it, and when you do, Runtel Dat pulls his hand out and a wand slides out of his gauntlet, and he freezes the arrow. So there's just like an arrow in the ice beside you.
Wow. That was unexpected.
You are up.
We are going to. Okay, so there's 5 of them, correct?
6.
6. I love that.
But now one does not have a sword.
Oh, because it's stuck in the door and I broke it.
And you broke it.
I broke it.
I broken your sword.
I broke it. Your sword.
Your sword is broken.
I break it in your sword. Let's do. Let's do. We're gonna make a rapier. No, I'm gonna do a multi-attack. So we get 2 melee attacks. Let's go for the idiot whose sword I just broke.
Okay.
For starters. 13. Not gonna hit, I'm sure.
13 just hits. That's
13
exactly
hits?
the armor class. Yeah.
Okay, let me try the second attack just to see if it goes. That's gonna be a 7. That's not gonna do it. That's a terrible roll. Okay, so that's gonna be 1, and that is a. Let's see. That's 8 points of damage.
Okay. You like go with a flurry and you stab, and you can tell they kind of all take a step back, but the one with the broken sword does not do so fast enough and can't parry with his own sword, and you stab him right through the gut, and he drops down to one feathery knee.
Okay.
And then gets poison blasted in the face. He will make his saving throw at disadvantage, and he will fail, and he will drop dead from poison spray.
Gross.
You kind of look over your shoulder, and Dat's gauntlet spins again, and a different wand comes out.
She's like kind of like just looks at it and like just tilts her head to the side, like she is intrigued by this thing.
From the
Very-
butt. Yeah, it was
very
definitely
cool.
it was definitely summoned from the buttock.
Gross.
So they all have taken this step back, and now they're all going to fire their crossbow, which is a little bit different, or short bow, excuse me. So no more advantage. So it's just 6 shots since you're occupying the doorway. Yes. I'm pretty sure my 2 big ones hit, but I think I missed all the other 4. What's your armor class?
It's gonna be a 1-9.
You have a 19?
Yeah.
2 hit. I had a 19 on the dice roll, and I had a 16 on the dice roll, but I didn't hit a 13 anywhere else. So.
Okay, perfect.
So you're going to take a total of 13 piercing damage.
Okay. Ouch. Okay,
Your turn.
my turn. We're gonna make a rapier attack. That's gonna be on the one that's on his knee is still up, right?
Yeah, but they're in really bad shape.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about him for the moment.
No, he's dead. He got poison spray.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
You know what? Roll me percentiles really cool. Or roll me 1 dice and say high low. Choose whatever dice you're rolling, cut it in half and tell me what you want to roll, over or under. Or odd, just do odd or even, it's easier. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sorry.
Odds. Ah, it's a 1. Yes.
Okay. Take back 6 of your hit points because only 5 guys should have shot.
Okay. Perfect.
Because 1 got killed.
Oh, that's right, because 1 got killed. Okay, she's gonna
The
make
guy with the broken sword got killed.
Yeah, he's dead now. She's gonna spin and try to go for the one that's closest to her with her rapier. Just that's gonna be
you can have your inspiration for your sound effects. They were
thank you.
adorable.
Thank you.
I've never had 5 guys, warrior.
What? Ugh.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Banana milkshake is the best. It's delicious.
It's fine. Just order the smallest fries possible because they just basically
they fry them in like
they throw like
heroin.
a 5-pound bag of potatoes into whatever it doesn't matter. Just
but see, that's what I would want.
Can they just fry them in raw heroin?
You sprinkle a little crack and meth on these fries, and then right up.
Yeah. What'd you have for dinner? Nothing.
Y'all got any more of these fries?
Stop! You're killing me. Does a 23 hit? Listen. Also, DM. I'm an a-hole. That's gonna be
Linda, honey, Linda, listen.
8,
That's a
9
35.
plus. That's gonna be 16 points of damage.
You kind of faint like you're going right, and then you go left, and the Kenku tries to parry, and you just swirl your rapier around his sword, and you go right at where the beak meets the neck, and it just, and then you pull it out. You pull out so quick, no blood, and then it just crumbles.
I like to think that she does like the whole like, and like when it's stuck in his neck, she just, hello there, and then just pulls it out.
She pulls an Obi-Wan.
Yes.
There.
Hello there.
Dat steps in, rotates another wand, and he will make them roll for dex save, which they will roll a 3, and they will be incinerated. I gotta roll the dice to make sure they're incinerated, but yeah, they're
yes.
I rolled
very incinerated.
max damage on it, so they're dead. So now he's in the doorway. You're off to the side. So there's 4 left. There's 2 on you, and there's 2 kind of trying to keep him in the doorway. And that's it would be right at the beginning of this turn. I want you to make a perception check before I just blurt out what's going on.
Okay. Oh, that is an 18.
It's almost like you feel it before you see it. Almost like a vibration, as something that is almost imperceptible to eyes, and you probably know it's probably completely imperceptible to Organic's eyes, shimmers into existence beside where he is, and proceeds to roll a crit and sever Runteldat's arm. The arm that he has his wand gauntlet on.
Oh, no.
Takes it right off.
Like the whole arm, just like Chewbacca in the Lego games. Just
Yes.
gross.
Yep.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, too.
The others will make their attacks. So the 2 on Dat. Oh, that's 2 hits. That's gonna be bad. And 2 on you. 21 hits, right?
Yeah.
But 16 does not, because you have a 19.
Yes.
So you take 7 more points of damage. And Runteldat is gonna, oh God, he's gonna take 18 points of damage.
Oh my God.
When you roll max damage on 2 hits. So
Ugh.
you are up, and
There are how many left? 2?
there's 4
3,
Kenku,
4? Damn it.
2 on him, 2 on you, and there's a being who shimmered in and then shimmered back out, who you know is still beside was beside Dat. You're not sure if he's still there or if it's still there or not. Gotta stop doing that.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Me science who praised.
Okay, we're gonna try another multi-attack here.
Oh, you.
It's the worst.
If I didn't have already named the episode Lying Liars Lie, I would name it Shimmer Down now.
Okay, we got a 17
Definitely hits.
and a dirty 20.
Oh, both hit.
Okay, so that's gonna be, that's the wrong dice, Shannon. 1 takes 4 points of damage.
Still there.
The other takes 2 points of damage.
Yep. You kind
And like, did she please tell me she can like 3 Stooges them and just?
I was just thinking more like that kind of classic kind of fencer, feign and parry, and kind of very Three Musketeers.
Yes.
Kind of keeping them off balance by kind of I don't know fencing terms, as you can probably tell, by kind of dip and diving in with thrusts of your sword, doing damage to both of them.
Love it.
Amulet, roll me a 20-sided dice, please.
He's like, Shannon's rolling too good. We got to stop this for once.
Well, I rolled a 17, so.
Okay. So
Oofda.
Dat grabs his arm and tucks it into his shirt, just spilling blood everywhere. but with his other hand, he reaches across and punches, and he hits whatever was there. You still can't see what it is, but he unloads with his fist, which you can see as he hits, has a band around it and is got what looks to be an electrical charge. So I would like you to roll me 2d10, please, Nate, aka Twig Swift Strike, aka Birthday Boy.
All right. So let's see. That's 11.
This thing becomes visible.
What are it?
It looks like a big version of Skitch. Like a skinnier, tall, lithe version of Skitch, covered in tattered black robes, wielding these daggers. Once you can see this person, you can hear the daggers, or they're like so sharp they make noise in the air.
Okay.
So they're up.
Rude.
They
are up.
Miss on big guy. Oh, miss on you.
Hey.
And I can't remember what Big Darkling's called, so I'll just say Big Darkling. Miss. Okay.
Hey.
That's an O for round for me.
Okay. Rapier attack on the one that I only did 2 damage to last round. That's a crit.
Oh.
Nimble right rapier attacks. They have special abilities. That's gonna be 14 points of damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd have to roll bad not to kill him.
Yeah.
Do you want to take your second attack on the other one?
It was rapiers don't get the second with nimble rights, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you using like a rapier and a main gouge then?
I don't know.
So yeah, the main gouge is like the big thick dagger with the huge hilt handle that you usually see people dual wield with a rapier.
Gotcha.
That might be something to look at.
Yeah, we might have just.
Oh, also, I am going to throw 2 new things at you guys.
Oh.
First thing is someone sent it in our chat on our Fabooks chat, and it's going to be the devil deal. Is that you, Nate? Yeah, I loved it. So once per session, you can say, I would like to make a deal. And what that means is any roll you just made becomes an automatic crit.
Oh.
But that allows me, one time during the session, to turn any roll you've just made into a critical fail.
Oh, brutal. That's cool.
There was another thing we talked about on prep school, and I can't remember what it was now.
Cool story.
Yeah, exactly. I'm real mad at myself because I was like, I've got 2 things. Watch, I will remember one. If anybody in the chat, because I know Shaggy and Super Spike remember things I say more than I do, can tell me, I would greatly appreciate it. Warrior, roll me a 20-sided dice, please.
Okay.
Spike said, was it the flashback thing?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. Thank you. So there's a mechanic in Blades in the Dark called flashback.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't fully understand it, but I want to utilize it to a degree. So once per session, you can say, I'd like to flash back. And it can explain why you know something or why you were prepared for something, but you have to go back and you actually have to make it work within the fiction.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I love the mechanic. They use it all the time in Steeplechase, and I love how they do it. So I'm like, oh God, this would be super cool. All right, now I'm sorry, Montgomery, what did you get?
I rolled a 6.
Okay. So Charity, you see Runtel swing again, and this time the big Darkling's able to slide back out of the way. But this electrified band on his other fist, he literally crushes the stonework on the side of the wall. He knocks a hole in the wall. And with his second attack, he will kick one of the closed Kenku. So, Amulet, roll me a 20-sided dice, please. He's going to give him the boot.
I mean, he's not going to give him the boot because I rolled a 7.
He's going to miss it. Well, no, he will give him the boot. Just barely, but he gives him the boot. Twigster, roll me a D10 and then divide it.
Divided by
half. Just
okay.
cut it in half.
3.
3? Okay. Yep. Oh, yep. They're up. So 3 again on Runtel. 2 5s and a 3 aren't going to hit. And then 2 on Charity.
Savannah.
Or Savannah. Dang, miss. I didn't roll anything over 7 on 5 dice.
Aww.
You're up.
Let's do a multi-attack. That's a terrible roll. I'm going to spend that inspo. Good God. That is much better.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Say it again. That's an 18.
Big hit.
And a nat 20.
Oh, I'm going to call this right now. You were able to kill both of them. How would you like to kill them?
She's going to... How close are they?
You're in melee combat with them.
So okay.
You've got all your move anyway. So
yeah.
Even if they weren't, you could close on them quickly.
Yeah. I think she's going to like close in on the first one, duck around in a way that he doesn't expect, and just whoosh, and like slice across, jam it in, use her foot, kick his body into the other one to give enough room to like take a little bit of a running jump and just run them both through at the same time.
Perfect. They're both dead. Make me a investigation check, please.
That is an 18. What is happening? Am I making up for like the last 8 sessions with my rolls tonight?
About 3 feet away from you lies the gauntlet and most of the severed forearm down of Runtel Dat.
Can I reach it?
Yep. I mean, it's within 5 feet. Yeah. You haven't used any movement, so.
Yeah. She's gonna dart over and grab it, and she's gonna kind of hold it almost like a shotgun because it just seems appropriate, and she's wondering if she can like somehow make it work.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no! Oh, that's real bad. That's a 5.
You pick it up and you go to do that, and Dat's arm falls out, and the gauntlet slides right on your wrist and locks.
She kind of just looks at it, and in her very like Baymaxy voice, you hear, and that's it.
Monty, roll me an attack roll, and Twig, you can roll me the other one.
Natural 1.
No.
That's not very birthday-like of you.
I know.
The fancy lad birthday.
What'd you get, Monty?
Great. I spaced out for a second because I could hear my husband on the phone. What?
Give me a 20-sider, please.
Oh, sure. 18.
So Dat spins around and tries to spinning back fist the Darkling and misses, and then he just keeps spinning all the way around and absolutely crushes one of the Kenku. And he pastes him. So one Kenku and Now I got to know what those things are called. It's gonna bug me. Big Darkling? Question mark?
Big dog darkling?
Big dog darklings.
No, there's a name for them. I don't remember what I can call them though. They're like they're the other version of the little guys, but there's an actual name for them, and I can't remember what it is, and it's bugging. I'm so sorry, but I've got to know.
The little guys.
No, it's fine. I'm just laughing at it, like all the vague references of like I can't even help you because I have no clue what you're talking about.
Are they just called Darklings now? All of them are called Dark. Well, that's dumb. They're just called Elder Darklings. They used to have a different name. Screw you.
So much disdain. It was dumb.
It is dumb.
Just make up a cool name.
Yeah, make it.
Yeah, they have like a cool name.
Give
We'll
them a
make
full
one
name.
cool name up. Your world.
I don't have that kind of capacity today. They try to bug out, so you can take an opportunity attack, and Amulet, roll me a 20-sider because you can take an opportunity attack as well, please.
Oh, we are taking an attack of opportunity.
Got excited. I lost the
OG
mute
Darkling.
button. I got a 16.
Oh, okay.
Oh, attack of opportunity. 7.
That still hits for you.
Okay, perfect.
Roll your damage, please.
Let's
Ryan and Nate both roll a 10-sider, please.
5 points of damage.
4.
Darkling
1.
ducks.
1.
1.
Do you want to continue to pursue them, or are you going to let them go?
She'll probably let them go. Like, she's
Okay.
not super murderous. She's just like, don't mess with me. You chopped his arm off. That's rude.
So they run off into the busy streets.
Hunt them to the ends of the earth.
No witnesses. Dat comes out and he pulls an elixir out and he pours this green ichor that just sizzles as it hits his wrist.
Ew.
And it grows a tiny arm, starts to grow out of it. So right now it just has tiny arm.
Just like,
It's like big stump, tiny little arm coming out. He looks at you and he says, "I'll be taking back my gauntlet now."
you are welcome to it. And she holds out her arm.
He tries to remove it and he can't.
I do not understand this problem.
One
How
second.
do we remove it?
He walks in around the door and he pulls out a cask and he dumps it, the contents on your arm. And this is something you're somewhat familiar with. It's just lubricant oil, and your creator used to use stuff like this all the time. So you're not, this is like not an unusual thing. And he spends like a good 5 minutes pulling and tugging and trying to work that thing off. And then I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
12.
Is that with all of your? Okay.
Barrel o lube.
That also would have been a good name for the episode.
Kirkland signature bottle of lube.
All right. Savannah, you're taking 17 points of damage.
What the hell, my guy?
Runtel takes half of that as a fireball rains from a building across the way and blows up the apartment you were both in.
Yo, please tell me I now have wild magic. Hell yeah! Oh, this is the best day ever. No, he ain't getting that gauntlet back. Fuck him. This is mine now.
So you're both in kind of a refuse pile across the way as his apartment burns. And he's quickly like wiping this lube off your arm, the sentence I should never say in a podcast form. Because you notice that the fire is catching onto the spilt lubricant and it's coming right at you. And he just looks at it and goes, "Oh shit." And then we'll go back to Thanatos' house. The house that Thanatos built. So when last we were here, Roni and Bargert were kind of brought to heel by Thanatos. Bosona had just taken the mantle of Hypnos. What do you guys want to do? Oh, Thanatos also said he could take you directly to Persephone's chamber, but he could not go in.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do?
And we gotta go to Persephone's chamber. That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah.
I think we gotta go to the chamber. Yeah, I think.
We are here for the
Yeah,
goddess
yeah.
of spring.
I remember why.
As Roni and tries to yell at Thanatos, Bar goes, whoa. No.
No
The
what?
rest of you can go. And she points right at Amulet and says, you're coming with us.
No.
I want to keep you again.
Listen.
I'm pretty sure you're coming with us.
Yeah.
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 Listen.
That tracks.
We're-
My friend says you're literally a walking weapon. That one of the great evils in the entire omniverse wants to use to invade planes. Is that getting through?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, okay, so stop for a second. So that means I can't just let you go so you can be picked up and used as that weapon. I don't think you're a weapon. You're a kid. But we have to figure out either how we can shut off what allows you to do what you do or hide you or something. Because we can't just let Tiamat use you or even just Arkan use you to go where they want.
And I understand
Entire
that.
planes are at risk.
We cannot solve that problem right at this moment. So we need to solve the other problem that we're here to fix already. We can address that when we have time. Because there's nothing saying I can't stop it on my own if you just give me time to figure it out.
So
Yeah.
Barger goes right up to you. And Barger's huge.
Yeah, I'm aware.
She goes down on one knee. She reaches into a bag and she pulls out what looks like a globe. And she shakes it. And you see a world within this globe.
Is it like Magic 8-Ball style? So
It's more
tell
like
me my future?
it's more like a snow globe, but
Okay.
kind of like that.
Okay.
And you see this world and you see like glimpses of all these people, these places, great deeds, terrible loss. And at the end, you see the oceans boil and things from beyond your comprehension erupt from the far realm and the blind eternities, and the world dies. And she looks at you and she says, "This was my world. And if I could have prevented it, I would have. You have an opportunity to prevent something like this happening or something worse happening to a lot of places. I know that you don't fully comprehend it right now, but please just come with us, because I don't want to have another one of these and have to look at it because we couldn't do something about it because you wanted to go do something else. There will be time to do your other thing. This will not wait."
I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder because she's low enough that I can do it now.
Yep.
I understand that I'm young.
It has nothing to do with
But
your age.
let me finish. I understand that I'm young, but I'm not stupid. I understand the implications of what you guys are saying. But what I'm here for is to save a person's life. And if I can start with this one life, I will work up to saving a world. Because you don't know me, I can fucking do it.
You don't know me.
I can do it. I can guarantee I can do it. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I can do it. And you have to give me the chance to figure it out. Because if you just take me away, that's not your, it's going to be your solution and not my solution.
She gets up off of her knee and stands, and she turns and looks at all of you, and she just says, she like shrugs her shoulders, and she puts the bauble on the ground, and she says, well, then the next time one of these will be for a world that we're going to figure out.
I will find an answer to this problem.
She just
You
looks
gotta
at
give me
the other
a
three of
chance.
you like with this look of like, somebody do something.
Gotta listen to Bosona. Follow Amulet.
You don't know that I can't figure it out. You don't know that I can't fix it. You don't know me. But you know what? You can give me a chance.
Also, why is it her responsibility to fix your problems?
When you say that, she just looks at you like this with this look of like, what? So she just turns completely away from you and looks at the rest of like Twig, Montgomery, Bliss, Rosine, and just says, so this, which is not, and she kind of looks over her shoulder and says, is not my problem. It's all of our problems.
Really?
Because once one world falls, they just all start falling.
There's worlds falling already that have nothing to do with that. And I've seen it with my own eyes.
She turns back to you, kind of everyone can make me a insight check, please.
18
15.
and 18.
What'd you get, Monty?
He's on mute,
You're on mute.
warrior.
9.
Okay.
Sorry.
Monty's just like holding the trigger on his giant bazooka cannon, just like, give me an excuse. The rest of you see someone who just looks tired, who just looks completely exhausted by the situation, and like almost on the verge of just like, all right, well, fuck it, I give up. This is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. She takes a sigh. She says, I didn't come here to fight kids. She's like, but she goes, I don't want to hear it. I tried to have a conversation with you, and this one over here shot me, and the rest of you are
Just get shot.
petulant kids. And I hope to God, the gods, you don't have to live with your decision. She walks over and she taps Roni on the shoulder, and she just goes, fuck them. Let's leave.
Can I give up on the multiverse like that?
Right?
She pulls her blade of Grundlebutt out, and she literally slashes it against nothing, and a rip opens up, and she walks through it. Roni walks up to you, Amulet. She's like, I didn't want to have to kidnap you. I really didn't. I don't want to have to kill you, and I don't want to have to babysit you. But you've made your choice, and everything that comes next, it's on you.
You could work with me and not against me.
I'm not working against you, but I have other fires to put out.
So do I.
I hope they're worth it. She turns and Blink flies and perches on Roni's shoulder. Roni starts to step through the rip and turns into a massive black dragon.
I mean, that's pretty sweet.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty
Fan-
considered.
Thanatos pulls out what looks like
Jonathan.
a blade, but it also looks like a needle, and literally just with energy stitches the hole in reality shut.
You should have thrown at the dragon thing earlier. That was pretty cool.
Right?
Like receptive. It would have been like, oh, you're cool. You're not just like a mean old lady.
Why does everyone think we're stupid because we're little?
I don't know. And what's really starting to tick me off is the fact that everybody's like, oh, you're the reason your planet's being destroyed. Man, my planet did. Okay, what about us? What about where we are from? And we need to fix our own problems.
Thanatos puts his hand up with the big bone needle thing in it. He says, sometimes when I'm holding a session, I like to use this as the talking stick. So since I currently hold the stick, I would like to speak. And then if any of you would like to speak after, I will, by all means, pass this forward. No one will ever understand the burdens that you walk, the weights that you carry. But don't mistake that others don't have their own weights that they're carrying, that the omniverse isn't turning the entirety of time while we're here speaking. I'm here speaking, but another version of me is in the other room holding a session. Another part of me is off looking over Hypnos' shoulder to ensure my brother doesn't do something stupid as a mortal. Another part of me is with your friend Bosona right now, trying to help tutor her in what her new duties are, because should she fail, sleep itself fails. We all have great burdens to bear. Yours have just come far earlier than they ever should have. And for that, I apologize. Know that you and your friend have done a great service to my brother, so I will forever be in your debt. Part of that, though, will be me bringing you to the Palace of Persephone. Would anyone else like to speak? He puts out the bone out into the middle where anyone could grab it. Bliss grabs it and she looks at you, 4, and she's like, don't speak for me again. I'm not just someone you saved who now just wanders around in your wake. I had a life too. It wasn't a good one, but I had one. And I don't want to tell you about it because honestly, you're too young to know some of the things I've had to do. And then she puts the stick back out, the bone needle back out. Erland steps forward and he goes, well, if no one else is going to say something, I will. Listen, man. I kind of thought this was the gig. Especially after dying and all that. I kind of thought we were supposed to be like, that was we were preparing for. Like this whole stupid honor society thing was. Like we're supposed to kind of be like heroes. So, like if that's not what we're going to do, if that's like not the mission statement, that's cool. I just need to know because I won't plan on dying next time. I will walk a different path. Like this is all a lot for me still. And I have fuck, you guys came all the way here to bring me back. I can't ever repay that. But like, he picks up the globe on the ground. He goes, I'm not going to be able to sleep because of this. And to know that these things are happening out there, that they might be happening to where you're from. Fuck, they might be happening to where I'm from. Like, that scares me. Like, and don't anyone ever utter a word about me almost pissing myself over this. But, like, I'm legit scared. And I just died and came back. I'm still legit terrified of this. Sorry. Puts the bone needle back out. He looks at Rosine, and Rosine just tucks her wing arms underneath them and just like turns her head unnaturally far away from looking at everyone. Not you, just you guys, everybody. Like only an owl can.
Well,
Amulet will. Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it. Go, Amulet. Go. Go. You're the chosen one.
God, don't even. No, Amulet's gonna take it, and she's gonna look at Erlen and just straight to his face, be like, "No one says we're not heroes or saving the world. Their definition of that was probably me dying. And if I have to die to save the world, I will. But it will be on my terms and not theirs. We didn't come down here because we're pansies." Strong
He
word,
just shrugs
Amulet.
his shoulders and he's like, hey.
But
When he does that, Thanatos puts his hand out and his arm stretches unnaturally long and he pushes his finger against his mouth, like
Okay.
pushes him.
oh, because I have the talking.
Yeah.
We'll find a way. We'll be heroes again. We've been heroes before. It's not something new to us. But if I'm going to die, it's going to be on my terms, not theirs. Put it down.
And then when you put it down, very unnaturally slow, Thanatos' arm shifts back to normal size. And you can see like there's like almost like fading little flecks of dust coming off of Erlen's face. And he's like, get it off. Get it off.
It's like a spider web.
Monty will go grab the stick after watching the disturbing arm go back to normal size. It's like, he'll get the stick and he'll pick up a little globe. He'll look at it. Yeah, it already happened in my world.
When you pick that globe up, like Rosine's head turns all the way back around and she like puts her head down. Same thing with Erlen. There's like this realization by these two, kids that, oh shit, that did happen to where you're from.
And it was really bad. And I am fighting for it and against it or whatever, but I don't have all the answers yet. But I don't think that it has to do with us not being heroes. We came down here to save you, Erlen. That's pretty heroic. And we had a pretty messed up field trip, honestly, which I think is maybe throwing off the vibe of the whole thing we're trying to do. But like, that's what I'm trying to say is that like, just because we said no to somebody doesn't mean that we're not heroes. We're allowed to say no even if we're kids. We've been
Kind of
through a lot.
Everybody else is kind of like slow nodding, like this makes sense to them.
Been through a lot together and a lot separately, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. And I feel like no matter what we do, whenever this comes to our door, we're going to be ready for it. So anyway, I just wanted to say that like we're heroes, so don't let some weird old ladies tell you that you're not a hero. We're allowed to live our own life and make our own choices. And he sort of puts the stick down and puts the ball down and sort of toddles back to his side of the circle.
When you head over there, like Erlen like claps you on the shoulder and he's like nods.
Charity will grab it. And she's very slow to do so. Like it's the first time she has ever not wanted to chime in.
I'm not a hero. And I don't think I want to be.
Everyone kind of, all the other kids kind of look at you for a second, like, and I want you to make me a perception check, please. No, insight check. Insight. I'm sorry.
That is a 20.
So you three can tell Charity kind of what your expressions are saying, but for the other three, Rosine looks interested. Like, okay, where is this going? Erlen looks kind of incredulous is too hard a word. It's almost like a moment of like complete confusion of just like, what? Like, what are we doing? And Bliss looks completely checked out.
The three crazy old ladies showed me something. If I save Storm Song, you're all dead. Every single one of you. You'll just stop.
Erlen starts to talk, and again, Thanatos' arm reaches out.
You won't even exist. And right now, there's a creature on my world ripping people apart, limb from limb. My best friend might be dead. I don't think she is. My heart says she's not yet. But I have to choose between saving the only person that's ever really gotten me and saving where I'm from and restoring that balance, which has been a complete disaster for God knows how long.
Make me a dex saving throw, please.
Oh, shit. That's a 19.
You can do what you want here, but let me tell you what happens.
Okay.
You can explain how you want to resolve it. You're giving this very impassioned explanation, and your eyes are starting to get glassy. And when you do that, and you talk about like I have to choose, Rosine just grabs you, just like hugs you. And this is probably the most like emotion all of you have ever seen out of this person. And they are just like holding on to you for dear life.
She's not gonna like move or pull away or anything, but she definitely like hesitates for a second.
How do I make that choice?
You can feel like her crying against you. Very, very softly, and the only reason you can tell is because your basically heads are side by side.
How do I make this choice? Like, it should be easy, right? Why isn't it easy? I was so close to just lying to him, telling him I'd do whatever I want, and if it meant things went down in flames, then so be it, if it saves Leona. But I know that's not right, but it feels right. I'm stuck between two impossible choices. I don't want to make it. And she just drops it and lets it fall from her hand.
You drop it, and before it falls, Thanatos grabs it and holds it out to you, Twig.
We can all be heroes. No one has to tell us, or no one can tell us how to be a hero. And those old ladies, they can only tell us what could be, not what will be. We'll make our own decisions. We'll do things the way we want, and everything will turn out the way we want it to. We're going to go out there. We're going to do our best, and no one can stop us.
Thanatos takes it back, and he looks at all of you, and he walks by each of you, kind of studying each of you as he does so. And he steps back and he says, "None of your tapestries are finished. It's still in motion. You're all right. Each and every one of you. Your perspectives are correct. What you want is correct. Your feelings are correct. I do think you're heroic. What you've done for your friends is heroic. What you've done for Felix is heroic. What you've done for each other is heroic. And if you chose to stay here or to go somewhere else and live the rest of your days in peace, that would be just as heroic. Do not doubt yourselves. Do not doubt that your destinies, regardless of what people are heaping upon you, are still your own." And he crushes the bone in his hand, and he hands a little piece to all of you. Bliss, Rosine, Erland, all of you. If you ever need to speak, this will return you here. You have done a boon to my brother that can never be repaid, and therefore a boon to myself. He touches you on the head, Charity, and he looks at you and says, "Your friend's still very much alive."
She won't be for long if I don't fix it.
Perhaps.
Maybe the solution is you don't fix it, but we all fix it.
He waves his hand, and one of the walls curls back into smoke, and you look out, and there's a room in front of you. It's softly lit. There's braziers emitting some of the sweetest smells you've ever had waft into your nostrils. It's covered in silks, and there's shades like heavily pillowed everywhere. He says, "This part of your journey I cannot give you counsel nor assistance on, but I bid you entrance into the home of Persephone. I will also begin trying to inform people of this great unmaking you have spoken of."
Is she gonna freak out with just random people walking into her home? Is there a doorbell to ring? Can we knock somewhere?
You will be expected. She
Oh.
is, after all, a goddess. He kind of smiles this kind of almost sad smile. And he says, "Until our paths cross again. Goodbye, heroes."
Thank you.
And he steps backwards. The last thing you guys see as you walk through is Bosona Hypnos floating in the air, like almost in this like stasis state, turns her head and looks at you, and for a moment you can swear it's just her. And then her head turns back to that concentrating state, and the portal shuts, and you find yourselves in this kind of lavish room. There's food laid out on trays. There's Just like this is like one of the most beautiful places you've ever seen. And it's to the point of hitting gaudy, but stays classy.
It's a hell of a combo.
Like, oh, this would be ostentatious anywhere else, but I forgot this is where a goddess lives.
Someone remind me what we're supposed to do down here because Erlen's alive. Can't we just leave?
No, we need her to come back with us to get Felix.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Good. I was like, it's been a while. I don't remember.
We have to go rescue our teacher now.
He's a house head. He's not a teacher. They wouldn't let him teach.
Yeah.
Which now you can see why.
Yeah, don't
Saying
spend
something.
don't spend an hour a couple times a week with these kids. Spend like all day, every day with them. That's much safer.
Yeah.
From a player's perspective, not the PC's perspective, it almost feels like they feel like, well, if we give him a bunch of responsibility, he can't fuck it up.
I really hope we're getting extra credit for this field trip.
For real.
I don't think
You
anyone
hear a
knows we're
familiar
here.
voice
Do you think we're gonna
walking.
get expelled for missing like 3 weeks of school?
You hear a voice, a somewhat familiar voice walking behind these silken curtains. You can see a form kind of moving behind these gossamer threads. It says, "You were able to do what you set out to do. Impressive, as I knew you would be. She's not here, unfortunately."
Who's the voice?
Who dat?
Hecate.
We were told she'd be here.
I'm sure they thought she would, but Thanatos and Hypnos are little g gods. Persephone is a big G god.
How do you know she doesn't want to talk to us?
Yeah, rude.
She might very well. She's very busy.
You
Are
should
So-
give her the option.
you like a medium? to
I
you?
have no say in what the Lady Persephone wants to do. I'm merely here to guide her to as much as she'll allow me, as much as her mother wants me to.
Can you ask her if
Maybe
she
just,
will
like,
talk
guide
with
her
us?
towards talking with us. That seems
When-
like a pretty easy lesson.
It should be, but she's headstrong and not always available.
I have a
What?
gift for her.
Oh, I'm sure she would love to receive your gift. But I've done some digging of my own, and I think I've found your friend. And she looks at Erland, and she's like, "Not you. I found where Felix is."
Where is it?
That's the difficulty, isn't it?
I don't know where is he. Maybe we can figure out if it's difficult together.
Well, I was able to steer you towards Hypnos and Thanatos. And I did that simply out of the goodness of my heart. But seeing as what you've been able to accomplish, I would like something in return this time, a boon, if you will. A very simple boon.
Which is?
When you meet with Hades, and you will, he has a book in his possession. I would like that book very much.
Okay, but what if he has like multiple books? Like,
This-
how do we know which book is the book?
Her hand reaches through the silken drapes and it glows, and all of a sudden you have this image like all burned into all of your head brains.
Ow.
You'll know the book when you see it. It looks very nondescript, but it also has this unnatural glow to it.
What?
Would you agree to my terms?
What happens if we agree and we can't get it? What's the fine print?
No fine print. If you make an effort, and I'll know if you did. A true effort. An effort that I'll know through not just your failed deeds, but in your very hearts. And I will know. Then our bargain is still fulfilled. You're muted, Twig.
How mad will he be if we try to take it?
It depends. Who can say the whims of Hades?
How important is this book to him?
If I knew, I'd already have it.
Why didn't you ask for it?
My relationship with Hades is complicated, to say the least. And this is an agreement between Hades and I. This is an agreement I am trying to make with you and I.
Sorry, that's going to get me every time.
Chat's on fire tonight.
I know.
What? Oh, it's just a book. We probably asked for a book.
Yeah.
What's the book about? Do you know?
I'm not at liberty to discuss what's in the book. It's just
Why?
something
Who said you can't tell it?
I did.
That means you are at liberty. You just don't want to.
I was being polite. If you would prefer me not to be polite, I will just tell you I'm not going to tell you.
That's easier because it's lying. Otherwise, they're lying, and that's not nice. But anyway, sure, we can do the book thing. Sure, I'll do the book thing. I agree to do the book thing. I don't want to speak for anyone else. All in favor of book thing? Say aye.
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 The other are kind of all like looking at each other like, what?
We
We just
had
a whole thing about like not speaking.
No, it's more like they're surprised you're asking.
No.
They're like, oh, we are going to do it this way? Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
The entire time this whole conversation's been going on, Charity's just been grabbing like cookies off a platter and just eating
There's just crumbs everywhere.
everywhere.
Emily holds out her hand like, put some in my pockets. Like, pass them over.
She'll start like just passing them and like not even looking, just putting them in ambulance.
You know, the thing that'll end up killing Charity will be diabetes.
No.
The one enemy you cannot make a saving throw against.
She'll be fine. Her mouth goes fast enough; she burns it all off.
I was gonna say she burns enough calories just yakking.
So when you all agree, she pulls back the drape, and you see like this swirling image, and she says that this is the Asphodel Meadows. It's a place where beings are left, a purgatory, if you will. They're left and forgotten. A convenient dumping area for Hera to leave her bastard son. And you see the image like pull in tight, and you see Felix just fighting armies of corporeal undead, zombies and skeletons, just bashing them, standing on top of a wall of their corpses, as behind him all these incorporeal undead are kind of like, and far in the distance, commanding these undead at a point of blackness as they spill out into the asphodel fields, is a massive knoll. And then the image fades back up into actual reality.
Was it just me, or did he look like he was having a really good time?
You can't see her face, but she's smiling when you said that. Also take a point of inspiration for that. She says, everyone who finds their calling has a good time until they realize their calling is merely a trap. He doesn't know he's in the Asphodel Meadows.
Oh.
He doesn't know he's being forgotten and left to be forgotten.
Do Twig and I recognize the knoll?
Charity, Amulet, and Twig, make me a perception check.
21.
14.
17.
14, you're like, I used to know a Noel. Me? No, couldn't be. 17, you're like, that's not Akko, but that looks like Akko. 21, Twig, you're like, that's Echo.
It's probably
Wow.
having a good time.
Echo's having fun.
No.
Calorel the Vile has a new harvester who continues to bring him the souls of the forgotten dead to build his keep on the Shadowfell, all in service to Orcus. Hera sought to eliminate Felix, but because she's still his mother, she gave him the boon of fighting a never-ending war full of his own glory, where he will be beloved by the dead who will only forget him once they're harvested. So is he having fun? He's a vainglorious lout. I'm sure he's enjoying himself thoroughly. But there will be a moment where he will realize where he is, and despair will set in. And as it happens, his corporeal form will start to eventually break down, and he'll be nothing but a memory that everyone has chosen to forget.
Wow. Okay, I was just kind of having a lighthearted moment there. So thank you for that.
She moves like as close into the silks as you've seen her full form, so you can almost see like her face, and she's smiling, and her hand comes out and she like almost motherly touches Monty's cheek, and she says, "Truth is always from the mouths of babes."
I think Hecate needs a Snickers.
Right?
And that's when the room starts to, almost like when you accidentally call the warden in Minecraft.
Call back.
It starts to like blink into pure darkness. And in a whispering voice, she pokes her head into the silk so you can see her face and her finger over her lips. And she says, "Remember, this is between you and I." And she fades back. The silks drop. And the room was no longer kind of this soft, like peachish color. It slowly turns gray into black stone, and fireplaces kind of erupt out of the ground about every like 10 feet, burning a bluish fire, and the walls rotate and there's just bookshelves. And one of the shades burns blue, and in its place, a huge mahogany desk with a chair facing a fire, and all of you find the ground itself raise up underneath you to set you in the finest chairs you've ever sat in. And it lifts you and moves you across the room to sit in front of the desk with the fire.
Smells of rich mahogany.
Mahogany.
I've many leather-bound books. And you hear a voice say, "Hey, Slugger, glad we finally all get to meet. You kids have done a wonderful job." And the chair turns around and you look at Death. Make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh no.
Look at a compliment
boy.
from Death. That sounds bad.
13.
Dirty 20.
Where is it?
Hey.
Oh, well, it's 15.
3.
Oh no!
Monty, you are frightened, like terrified. So the hood, like the classic like hood, skull face Death, slowly changes, and it's like a 1950s dad. Well, look at all of you. I'll get that for you there, Monty. And he reaches out and his fingers are bones, and then they just flesh out and he touches you and your fear drops away.
You should lead with that.
Yeah, my apologies. I was off taking care of my other business, and well, I had a feeling we'd finally all meet. So I'm Hades, and I know who all of you are. So what can I do for you? Also, by the way, impressive work with Thanatos and Hypnos. Really, really top-notch stuff. Should all be very proud of yourselves.
Thank you.
I was impressed.
Thank you.
Can we see the book?
Yeah, the book like stands out. Like it's like dark in here with these bluish fires, but one book is just like glowing this golden glow to all of you. I see you even were able to bring back your friend. That's whew.
Yeah,
That's big stuff.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Right?
you haven't eaten anything while you've been down here, have you?
No.
Oh,
No.
Did I get you? Did I get any of you? I didn't, did I?
I didn't eat
Well,
anything.
you brought rations, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Good work.
Yeah.
You know, people have come down here and they've eaten food, and well, you know.
I didn't eat any food.
They've been what? What? You want to finish that sentence? That'd be great.
Oh, so, kind of looks around, and he says, "I'm going to tell you a story."
Oh boy.
You open this can of worms.
I have a lovely wife. She was not always my wife. People like to tell a story about how we met. And in a lot of times in these stories, I'm not shown to be the best of people. But the real story is far different than that. The real story is about a lonely, lonely god. One with a thankless job. One might call it a dead-end job. Whose other brothers never really understood him. It's hard to find love when your job is death. So I never did. And then I met this girl. And she definitely didn't love me. And I didn't love her. But she has an overbearing mother. I mean, mother-in-laws. Someday you'll learn. Who she wanted to be free of. Well, I can't just declare war on Hestia just to help out a goddess who befriended a lonely man. So we constructed a kidnapping and a marriage of convenience. But in order to make it work, She had to partake of the pomegranates, so she has to be here half the year. It's been millennia. And I've grown very much to care for Persephone. And she, in my thoughts, has grown very much to care for me. So the reason I'm talking to you before she fully knows you're here is I don't want to see my friend hurt. I don't want to see her tricked. I don't want to see her used. I know what they want above. And it is her choice. But all springs end. And if she doesn't return, she'll die. And if she dies, well, I'll close the gates. And that means no more dead.
Gross. Tell me more about, like, if someone maybe, like, hypothetically ate, like, a metric crap ton of cookies.
Oh, you probably got the poops. I can take care of that for you, champ. He reaches into his drawer and he pours a drink out and he goes, oh, just a special one for, oh, you did eat the cookies, didn't you?
I ate the cookies.
Well, Charity
Ambulance
Momart, I almost gave you a get out of jail free card, but then you wouldn't have learned. I'll tell you what. Let's make ourselves a bargain.
Okay.
What did Hecate want? You see, Hecate volunteered to be down here with Persephone for Hestia, but she has her own nebulous goals. And I don't much care for them. But I'm always intrigued by what she's up to because generally it makes life more interesting. Or unlife, I might say.
Well,
So I'll tell you what, you tell me what she wants, and I'll wipe your slate clean.
So, like, but let me get some clarification here, my guy.
Yeah.
The cookies, which, by the way, fabulous.
Yes, they were, weren't they?
They're
That's the
real
temptation
good.
of hell.
They're
Ambulance
real
starts
good.
taking one out of
sorry.
her pocket and like
Oh,
dropping
the
them
Underworld.
behind her real subtly.
Like you can like hear the thump, 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 thump.
He looks and he goes, real glad you didn't eat those, aren't you?
But, like, what?
Now me, and he walks around and picks up the floor and just eats it. He goes, ooh, that's a good cookie.
Oh, dude, that's Fleur cookies. You don't know where she's been.
They were in my pocket.
You don't eat.
He
You
kind
don't
of-
eat
he
ground
kind of-
cookies. Why
he
are you
lean-
eating ground cookies?
He leans down on his desk like this, and he's like, I know it's a hard concept for mortals to grasp. This place, all of it, the chairs you're sitting in, the air you're breathing, it's all me, baby.
That. Ugh, I'm so
Ew.
uncomfortable right now. Okay, but
I'm
like,
in all of you.
gross.
Mm,
Yo,
I'm 10.
yeah, stop.
I'm in your heart. Can you feel me in your heart just beating
Yeah.
away? I'm that oxygen you're
No,
breathing.
I like the direction of the conversation.
All I want
Gotta
like
go.
Persephone in this particular canon to just have like the transatlantic like Sadie Doyle.
So yeah, I look at Persephone just like
Darling, where is all of the milk and wine?
I do. That's exactly. I kind of look at Persephone as like the wild child who was like, I gotta get the fuck out of my mom's house. So she like found this, basically very asexual person who was miserable, and they became friends. And he was like, I can help you, and she's like, well, you're lonely, and I don't mind hanging out with you, creep. And he's like, all right, like, how do we do this? And she's like, here's my plan. And he's like, okay, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, eat that fruit.
She's like, because what are they going to do? They can do stuff to me, but the only people who can do shit to you are Zeus and Poseidon. And if you take a wife, they're just going to be like, nice. Because they're gross. And he's like, they are real gross. She's like, yeah, I heard Zeus fucked a cow. And he was like, he did. It was
He
the most
did that.
It was the most uncomfortable Thanksgiving ever. And she's like, I know. How are you related to these people? And he's like, I don't know. It's real. You know what's the only thing sadder that I'm related to them is my job. She's like, ooh. So now they like hang out and watch reruns of Friends.
As you do.
Like you do.
I would recommend Parks and Rec to him maybe first.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my canon.
I can't with this. Okay, so back on track. Could they be right? Oh my god. My girlfriend who lives in Canada.
Exactly. I have a girlfriend. She lives in Yagadrassel. That's like a tree, man. Yeah, she can live in a tree. We're gone.
Yeah,
She can live anywhere.
Sure.
You don't know
Sure.
me.
You don't know me.
I do what I
You're not
want.
the boss of me.
Okay, so the alternative here, the other option is like I ate the cookies,
You
right?
did.
I did. I ate the cookies. They were so good.
They're
But,
real
like,
good. Would you like another? I will
I'm-
even make you a fresh batch. Won't even have you eat the floor cookies.
The ground cookies.
Those are for
yeah,
me.
no, I'm
Yum.
no, I'm good. I'm good. Stop. You're now it's just a bit, and I know you're committed to it, but stop. So
Hey,
like,
just trying to get you to laugh.
no,
I mean,
yeah, you're pretty funny. You're pretty funny. So, okay, so like, here's the thing: if I don't like do the deal, and I had the cookies, right? What happens? Do I gotta like come
Well-
down here occasionally and like?
oh no, you'll get to live here.
like,
But I won't leave you like out on a limb. You're a special person. Special people I can put on a special track.
This
But
sounds
you
like a
won't be
pyramid
leaving.
scheme.
this got some serious like
No, it's not a
MLM
pyramid scheme.
vibes. I don't want leggings. I don't need candles. It's
No, I would just give you special duties.
like
I haven't figured that part out yet. I'm hoping that you'll agree to tell me what it is that she wants. But that's up to you. I can't force you kids to do anything. You scamps.
guys, help me out here.
I mean, like, what if we just?
What if we just ask him?
What if we just tell him? What if we just tell him? Well, wait, but then
He gets up, he starts walking around. He's like, was it this way? Was it this? And he pulls something out. No, it wouldn't be this. And just kind of walking around and sauntering around his office, eating endless supply of cookies.
Washing it down with some Nuka-Cola.
He seems nice. What if we just ask him?
While he's distracted, can I try to take the book?
I would like you to make me an insight check.
Okay. He's not distracted. That is 23.
Out of all of you in this room, he seems like you're still sort of a blind spot, less of a blind spot than you are to others, but still it's like it's hard for him to get a full like read on you. So I mean, you could if you want to, but I will tell you, you're trying to make a stealth check against a deity.
Yeah.
Nobody kicks out of the deal.
I have an
Sure.
inspiration if you need it. But
I also have advantage on stealth. We'll see how it goes.
what's the worst he could do? Kill you? I mean,
What does a deity slap on the wrist really look like?
Oh, good lord. All right, so I rolled a 5 and a 4.
Yeah, I crushed you.
Hold on.
hey,
Because I rolled a 17, and you don't want to know what his modifier is.
Doesn't matter. I love deals.
oh! You did this, man. You did this.
This is amazing.
You let it
Okay,
happen.
yeah,
Great.
you crit.
All right. So I have the book, right?
You do. Are you trying to hide it, or were you getting it to show it to him? What were you doing? Like,
Oh, how big is the book?
it's a sizable tome. Yeah, it's a sizable tome.
I do have a handy haversack.
Can I put it in my backpack? Okay. We'll shove it in there.
I feel like every time we do this, someone's got to like talk about let's make a deal and like 80s game show host kind of
No whammies.
no whammies. Let's make a deal.
So, about our arrangement.
I didn't get any cookies, though. Oh, I feel like I should.
Oh,
I should
so
know that.
just charity. That's fine. I mean, charity and I
I
have a
mean,
lot of fun together.
it's just like, no, the theme's kind of like her deal to get out of eating cookies free or whatever. So I don't want to.
Well, I don't know then if we have a lot else to discuss. I mean, I'm hoping you're all being very honest with me, and we don't have any. He walks by Twig and he rubs his hand over your shoulder, and he leans down real close, and his breath smells an awful lot like Baron Samedi's. He says, "Remember when I said everything in this room is me? All of this is me.
Yeah.
I am all of the underworld."
Yeah. I mean, you smell nice. There's nice fragrance around here.
Is there something you want to share, Mr. Swiftstrike, with the rest of the class?
I mean, heck, it seemed like a reader. If that helps.
Oh, no,
Would you like to show me the book, Mr. Swiftstrike?
Yeah, I got this book. I'll take out a book. It's
He
called
smiles
The
real
Glory-
big.
No, hold on. It's called The Glory of Great Shoth. Have you heard of it?
He holds it up with two fingers and he just smiles at you and he says, "I actually have a signed copy of from Shoth himself over there."
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah.
Want to trade?
I don't think this one's mine, but he opens the page, licks his finger, and he signs it for you and he gives it back to you. You can tell Boosh that I'll be seeing him maybe sooner than he wants.
I mean, hopefully it'll be a while. I mean, he's kind of stuck in that bucket for now.
Yeah, that's the problem. So it's probably a lot sooner than he wants,
I
which is
hope
a
not.
shame.
I've been reading to him. I think he likes it.
He very well might.
Like,
And
Charity.
anyway, I might have this other book too.
You gonna give it to him?
Yeah.
He looks over and he kind of looks at all of you. He yawns and he drops it right back in your backpack. He goes, "I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, you should have tried those." Charity, at this point, you just hork all over the floor and it just evaporates. It just evaporates into the sweetest smelling smell you've ever smelt. And he says, "It'd be a shame if one of you accidentally ate any of the food down here, huh?"
Oh God. Ugh.
But rather than feeling bad, you feel good and you've got the freshest breath.
Why
Like
is
there's-
it mint?
You taste like your aftertaste tastes like best milk and cookies ever.
I never thought I'd say this. Can you make me barf again? Like this, I feel amazing.
He leans down and he's just in this moment when he's been beside you, Twig, he is like, you realize he's like 15 feet tall. He's massive. He like leans down over you and he just goes, now, that's our secret. He shrinks back down to somewhat normal size and sits behind the desk, looks at all of you and says, "Do you still want to talk to my lovely spouse? Because you could talk to her," or and he kind of smiles and he looks over at the fire and you see a pathway directly to the Asphodel meadows.
Is that pathway going to be there after we go through it?
Well, champ, I'm not just going to leave you out there to be forgotten and die. That's not my style. You've not done me any wrong.
That's good, because that's a dick move.
Hey, I'm not interested in being a dick. I got two brothers that are dicks. The world needs less dickhead energy.
My God, right?
Exactly.
For real.
I just want to do my shitty job, hang out with my spouse, bake occasionally. Yep.
I kind of like this guy better than the other lady.
Yeah. right? Like he's
She
kind
kind
of
of
cool.
sucked. Yeah, she was mean. I don't
Yeah.
like her.
Yeah.
She's pretty cool though.
All right,
So-
we'll get out of your hair.
Yeah.
Well, would you like to get out of my hair and into the fire, or would you like to talk to my spouse?
Nah, we don't need to bother her.
He kind of smiles and he says, "Because I don't lie to her, though, you will have to talk to her eventually. Just don't
Oh, yeah.
hurt her. Just don't hurt her feelings. I don't need to spend the next 1,000 years consoling her over the fact a bunch of kids tricked her."
No, that's not like. I mean, okay, wait. It is our style, but like, hear me out. Not
He
in
smiles real big and he goes, "This one over here, huh? This guy." Erlen kind of goes, "Oh," he goes, "I did speak to him earlier. I know how tricksy you guys are. Impressive work.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
You should be proud of yourselves."
So
And I'll be honest with you. There's not a single hero in the underworld or in the above world who doesn't get by on cunning and guile. So don't be ashamed of it. You're just doing it much younger and much smarter. Work smarter, not harder. That's what I always say.
that
He points to a sign. It's written in ancient Greek, and then it turns to common that says that like a motivational poster on his wall.
great. He's also got to live, laugh, love.
Yeah.
With like a cat hanging out of breath.
Yeah. And they're all just like etchings of Persephone.
Yeah, Hades is just super into word art.
Yeah,
It's
basically,
just
yeah. Sometimes he crochets
Oh.
and does macrame.
Word art and his hot wife with the
Yep.
fat ass.
Bless this mess is hanging up.
Mhm.
No, it's hashtag blessed.
Yeah, hashtag blessed. So what would you guys like to do?
Mr. Death.
Oh, it's Hades. That's only when I'm working.
Okay.
This is
Is-
me time.
Question.
Of course.
So this whole like I may kill the omniverse thing, is that your doing?
Oh, no. That's a great question. I appreciate you asking it. So I'm a god, right? A big G god. But
Yeah.
there's other big G gods all over the place, and I'm what one might call a reactive god. I handle problems as they come to me. Don't start none, won't be none. Know what I mean? You're talking about a god who is a proactive god. Never met a problem she didn't want to kill. So, will you destroy the omniverse? I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. That's not what I'm the god of. However, what I will tell you is this. Why do you think Tiamat would be so desperate to do something like that?
Is she scared?
Because she knows and she is scared. What you are doing with this unmaking thing, I believe you. I'm seeing other powers across the omniverse acting irrationally. And maybe I'm acting irrationally. Maybe I'm looking at things like the permanent vacation I've always wanted is on its way. But something's on its way, and it isn't going to be good. And I'm inclined to believe your words. So I think that most likely she's making her move, the final move.
You don't have any secrets on how I can kill a god, do you?
Oh, should I watch? I better not turn my back on this one. No.
Not you, God. Not you, God. Different God.
To kill a god, you would need to kill all of their followers. Every last one. You would want to erase them from the tapestry of the multiverse. to eliminate their very name. Because a god with no followers, with no history, has no future, and would simply end up floating dead in the astral sea.
Well, that sounds like a lot of work.
Genocide always is.
Well, maybe we can not genocide. That would be
No,
cool.
I don't
I've
want
already,
genocide.
already been.
At
through,
least
like,
wait till you're a little
genocide,
older, then
so,
genocide.
Like, I don't really need like a second genocide. I don't know.
Any other questions, kiddos?
No. I don't think so. I think I have to go.
Well, your destiny then awaits. I'll leave this portal open for only you and Felix. So unfortunately, you can't bring anybody with you. Oh, and if you die on the other side, you can't come back. That's something I can't do. So don't die over there.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Can we like take a rest here before we go through the fire?
A rest?
We rest for approximately 8 hours.
Yeah.
He claps, and you're all at full, like you've rested for 8 hours.
Sweet.
Score.
Time doesn't work the same here. I think one of you said in passing previously, not that I was eavesdropping, but you're kind of loud, about worrying about your schoolwork. When you leave here, it'll be like you never showed up in the first place.
Oh, that's the relief.
Crazy.
Huh. That's
Place is
So-
kind of cool.
Can you make sure we get extra credit for this trip? Is that something you could do?
he smiles and says, "How about I sign your permission slip, sweetheart?"
I was gonna say, can you like write us a note? That'd be so tight.
I would love to.
Aw,
When you come back, just remind me. I'll be sure to write that up.
yeah, amazing.
Okay, cool. So we just go through the fireplace and don't die. And
Do you want us
it's
to
gonna
bring
be
you back
good.
any presents from the other side?
No, again, it's all part of me. I could do it. Just grab, like here. He literally reaches inside of himself, and you see in the fireplace this massive hand come out of the darkened sky and pick the smallest flower. And then he pulls it out of himself as the hand disappears on the other side. He goes, "See,
Oh, wow.
I mean, technically, I could just pull Felix out, but that's not how these type of things work."
Can I hold my hand out for the flower?
But
Yeah,
it
he will
could
give
be.
it to you.
And then I'm going to tuck it behind his ear.
There's rules. Even I have to follow some of them.
Okay.
What if
Um,
I stick my hand in and then grab Felix?
Hey, buddy, I just met you. You're gonna be sticking your hand inside me? I don't think we're gonna do that. You're a
Dude,
little
you're the
young
one
for that.
that's like, I'm in you.
Poor choice of words.
I'm.
I'm putting the flower behind his ear, though. I'm not taking anything with me. I just make him look pretty.
Aw,
Good.
God damn it, Andy.
He smiles like the warmest smile at you. He's like, "You have all been exceptional guests. Now go about your quest, show your true mettle, and bring back your friend."
Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right,
oh, and
thanks.
thanks
go.
again for the vomit.
My pleasure.
Yep. Let's you'll go through the fireplace.
Yeah.
All right, you go through the fireplace. We cut to Storm Song.
Oh no.
Dunk, Ogar, Esme. You find yourselves having been called to a bar called the Dusty Tome. It's been closed down of late because the current government does not like when talk of dissent finds place to ferment. So a lot of the taverns have been shut. You were called here by a Kenku who goes by the name of Snickty. When you arrive, there is a absolutely stunning woman sitting there. She looks pretty young. She's definitely humanoid of some type, but you're not sure what because she's washing glasses just by touching them. It's almost like liquid comes from her.
Cool trick.
Snickty kind of bids you all to sit down, pulls out a tiny notebook, scribbles, throws a piece of paper down, and says, she'll be here any moment.
So someone want to read that?
You can read it. It's in Orcish, it's in Common, it's in everything. And then as soon as it's read, it just bursts into tiny golden flames and turns into nothing.
Oh, I just imagined that Dunk is illiterate.
All the lights, because this is like high magic, all the lights burst on at one time, but the light gets pulled out of them and coalesces into the form of a girl in the middle of the room, literally made of arcane energy.
Well, shit.
And Leona begins to speak. What does she say, Shannon?
I'm going to need as much help as possible. And if we don't find my friend and put a stop to this, I'm terribly afraid of the outcome. I don't want to have to kill her after all.
I figured we'd start with hello or something, but okay.
That's kind of big.
That's pretty intense.
That's when you all notice there's another person in the room standing in the shadows.
Howdy.
And they step out and they look very disheveled. And there's a very ominous presence coming off this teenage boy. He guy steps forward and he says, Who are you looking for?
Her name is Charity.
He smiles real big, and you notice like behind his teeth, there's just rows of teeth. And he just says, I know Charity. We are good friends with her.
You don't seem the type. I don't mean offense.
No offense is taken. I actually sent her away, and I'm staying here in her stead.
She was here?
Yeah, she was. My friends were all here.
That is troubling.
And then the woman washing the glasses says, I know Charity. I accidentally killed one of her friends. So I came here from Mount Celestia to try to make amends.
You ever just find yourself in a meeting feeling fully unprepared? Because what the fuck, y'all?
Victor sidles up to the table, sits down, and says, well, I don't think we're ever supposed to feel prepared to start a war.
What?
Oh, yes.
He turns and looks at Leona and goes, that is what you want, right?
Oh, indubitably.
Because you're dying, right? Because you're not really here.
That
That's
would be
just
correct.
Part of you is here.
It's the piece that I was able to project with what's left. I'm
He kind of
sadly running out of time.
And he says, well, hold on. I happen to be a little bit of a scientist myself. He turns and looks at everybody else and he goes, "This is what keeps this place together." Charity talked about you nonstop. Like, she never shut up.
Well, yes, that would track.
And she wanted us to help you. So that's what I'm doing. I don't even know you three assholes, but I'm glad to see the muscle made it to the room. So what say we cause some real problems? He smiles, and again, it's like this massive shadow blots out the light behind him and almost envelops him when he says it. Because I'm real hungry.
Well, let's find you some food.
So
Who's in?
we cut ahead after everyone's left, and it's just Leona and Snickty, excuse me.
No, it's Snicked.
Is it Snicked? I know Snickty.
It's Snicked.
And Snickty stops writing and starts to talk. Well, that went well.
It went as well as it possibly could, given the circumstances.
Snickty starts to stretch, and you hear all of these bones and things pop and change. The feathers fold back inside, and Anon is standing in front of Leona. And he says, well, I mean, there's always got to be a first shot to start things off.
Oh, dear.
And that's where we're going to stop tonight.
Ah, the lore!
Oh boy.
Tell people who you are, who you be with, whether or not you enjoy bananas, and if you like them, and what particular format you enjoy them most, and where you're going to be next.
All right. Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter and many of the social medias at Cubicle Zombie. I love bananas in all forms.
Do you have a particular favorite kind of banana?
You know,
and a quick question, consensus. Are we counting plantains in the banana conversation?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Sure, we can.
Banana
They're tasty, but
So crazy.
different. I like a good peanut butter nanner sandwich.
Oh, damn. Cool. Happy birthday again, Nate.
Thank you.
Yay, happy birthday!
I am Shannon. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok and all sorts of places at the Rainbow Beach, BEECH. I do like bananas a lot. I actually eat a lot of them, and my favorite, it's not really, I mean, it's banana flavored. Does that count?
Yeah, I would count it.
Okay, banana flavored runts are like supreme.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
best.
a banana and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, just oops all banana, because they apparently taste like what bananas used to taste like before like the current strain we have of actual bananas. Like we have lost that flavor. So if you eat like banana flavored candy, it's flavored like bananas
That's
used
really
to taste.
interesting.
Yeah, there's like a whole. I'm serious. There's
No, I believe you.
research on this. It's
Very
cool.
interesting.
If anyone's ever played like Roots of Pancha, which is like Stardew Valley caveman style, you actually have to plant food enough to make it edible. Because like first potatoes and carrots and stuff like that, you can't eat. We couldn't eat them. So they have to like plant so many before you start getting ones you can actually consume.
That's
it's really
cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I'm Cassandra. Can't find me anywhere but here every 2 weeks. Oh, and I'm in your heart. I'm in Ben's heart. Ben loves me. Sometimes I'm on KSCAR, sometimes I'm on Crafting Kids. It's real hit and miss. So you just, if you really miss me, let me know and I'll say hi. I actually was gonna say banana runts is one of my favorite things. I don't love bananas, but I'll also go for a really good fried plantain with the green sauce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Plantains are dope. So
Yeah.
delicious.
Gosh,
Gotta have the green sauce though, like so good.
They're good. I'm Warrior. You can find me at WarriorMN on stuff. I do like bananas. I like bananas quite a bit. Favorite application. I want to say banana pudding, but I'm never not disappointed by banana pudding. Like I always want it. I don't know. Like it's something I want more banana or something. I don't know. So my reliable go-to that's always delicious is banana bread
Oh god.
with like warmed up, like toasted a little bit with butter and some salt on it.
Now, big question:
Real good.
nuts or no nuts in your banana bread?
No nuts. Get your nuts out of my banana bread.
Yeah, no nuts.
A little bit of
Stupid.
walnut on top.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Nope.
Ben likes his banana bread with a little bit of cream cheese.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah, I bet that's good.
I actually, it's banana bread is also great because you cut it into little slices. So if someone has put walnuts in it, you can just poke them.
Poke it through. Sounds like something I would do.
I'll eat them separately, but like I don't want. It's a textural element that I don't want. In
Yeah,
my
I get
banana.
that.
That's
I get
fair.
that. That's fair.
I'm your King Ginger guy. You can find me this Friday at Friday Games. I don't know what we're playing.
As long as you don't get another concussion.
Yeah.
Well,
But I don't know what
We're gonna
I don't
work
know.
on it.
I'll let it out early.
I don't know what I'm playing. I don't know if other people are going to want to play anything. But yeah, we'll play something. And then Sunday for prep school, we finished Collins We Deal in Lead prep. So I don't know what we're doing this coming weekend. Can work more on Kirby World. I'd still like to do a little more work on the upcoming Scum and Villainy stuff. As well as maybe a little bit more on Take Me Home Old Fay Road. So we'll see. But thank you guys for watching now, then, forever. I don't know.
Favorite banana.
Oh, favorite banana. The reason I asked is because I had Banana Foster's like a super long time ago, and I haven't had it since. And I've had this like the last 24 hours is all I've been thinking about. It's like I really want Banana Foster with maybe a little bit of ice cream and with walnuts on top of it.
Bananas Foster's delicious.
I love bananas. So yeah, there's not anything you can do. I mean, there's always money in the banana stand. So I immediately forgot what his name is.
I
So,
know. Oh,
George Michael.
George.
Yeah, there's always money in the banana stand, George Michael. So yeah, take
It's one
Woo
of his
back.
best songs.
Take Woo back 2023. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Say hi to your mother for me. Hug your friends and take your vitamins. All of them. No. Don't spit it out. Take that vitamin.
Why
drink
would
your
that
water.
be?
Drink your water. All the water. But don't drink all the water because then you could die.
Yeah, not all of it, but
Nah, a little bit. Bye. It's called polydipsia. You could die from it.